just a little over a month ago was Christmas. We're at the beginning of February, and we were shopping for kids' toys, and we were really disappointed. 2.5-year-old is what we were looking at, and what he liked: farm toys, farm animals, different things like that, different types of trucks, different things he'd be interested in. I'll be honest with you, I was so disappointed. Not too far from here is Dyersville, Iowa, and they made a lot of Urtel toys, and a lot of them are collectibles, but there's an era that's not so much a collectible, that these can be found brand new in the package all over. They're not hard to find, and when you find them, they're cheap, but they're really high quality toys. If you're not thinking of a collectible, but you're thinking more or less of a toy, a quality toy for maybe a 4 or 5 or 6-year-old, 8-year-old to play with that they might like. I just want to share a couple of what I bought and the price I paid for them, and it's just pretty outstanding, to be honest with you. The problem is some of these toys, that we were interested in, I wanted to look at just a little more, so I was going to carefully open up the package a little more and just look at something, and literally one of the toys broke with me trying to be careful with the package, not to wreck it, just to look at something. And my wife was like, "Oh, it's like, how do I spend the money they want, $27, $37, $47, and you can't even carefully get it out of the package without something breaking?" I just wanted to share with you that there are quality toys cheaper than what you can buy at these stores. I just recently picked, here's one of them. This here is made in 1989 by U.S.A. It's a truck and trailer, something that a lot of kids nowadays, I know it's not every kid's cup of tea, but here's one, brand new in the package, and these are really durable, really, really high quality toy. They say on the package that it's made for, let me find it, recommended for age 3 and older. So it's safe, supposedly for kids as young as 3 years of age. What did I have to pay for this? Made in U.S.A. Ertl truck. This was $20. I got it at a typical antique store. Actually, the first one I stopped in, and 10% off. Usually anything 20 or more, almost standard. All antique stores take 10% off. So 10% off with tax and everything. I gave like $19 for this. You cannot go to the stores and buy a toy like this with this kind of quality for $19. Tax, title, everything right out the door, right? That's just one of them I bought. I bought this one too at the same place, same price. 10% off. The 20 was $19 and some odd cents. And this one here is a 1990. That's a 1990, made in the good old U.S.A. That's a high quality truck. These are hard to break. I guarantee you're not breaking this, taking it out of the package. It's basically durable steel construction. This is a steel truck. For less than $20, I felt like with these two trucks, less than 20 a piece, I can't go to the stores today and match these type of toys for that kind of price. I bought the pair of them, both brand new in the box, right from the store for $38 and some odd cents is what it ended up being. Made in USA, durable, realistic looking. And if you wanted stuff like maybe for a 6 or 7-year-old, something a little bit more to play with. Here's a tractor. This one here was made in 1991, and but it's still made in USA, Ertl, and that's a nice piece. This is a 1/16 scale tractor, so it's quite large. So So you can see, compared to me right up next to me, it's a 1/16 scale, and that's a really nice tractor. Probably a little out of the range of a 2 or 3 year old, but certainly 4, 5, and 6 could appreciate this. And again, this stuff don't break the bank. I can find this stuff quite often here, and it's really cheap. Actually, you can actually go to eBay and you can buy these trucks. Now you're gonna have to pay shipping, so instead of $20, you might have $34 into it. But I guarantee you, for $34, you're not matching these trucks, tractors, and different things like that. And something a little bit again around the $15, $14 price is I bought this. This is brand new in the package. This is actually made right in Chicago, made in the U.S.A. It's a nice little 56 Ford pickup, brand new. And this is made by Strombecker, which is Tootsie Toy. They're plastic with metal axles, but I can tell you this, that these little trucks here, they can step on them, throw them off a table, they can't break them. This says age 2+. Actually, my grandson is 2.5, and we play with, we got cars like this, and we play with them. And again, they get hit by other toys, they get stepped on, they get thrown off the table. It's absolutely an indestructible piece right here. And again, these can be bought new in the box sometimes for around 15 bucks. So again, there are other options. I don't like seeing the quality of a kid's toy. You can't take it out of the package. Things are breaking. Animals that's got legs too short and won't stand up. It just, I don't know. I think this is a way too that the quality of what we get for our kids, it's about mass manufacturers, make them to where the kids can't, so protect themselves from a lawsuit, and mass manufacturer suffered the quality, the detail, and honestly the worth of the toy. They play with them for three weeks a lot of times. They end up sitting in a corner. Either they're thrown out for junk or they're up there for 10 cents at a garage sale and still can't sell it. There's no value in that, in my opinion. These toys that I'm showing you, I think there's value. When you start looking at these type of things, I feel like I didn't waste my money. I felt like I got an exchange. I don't know. It's just I wanted to share this thought, and maybe somebody can at least consider this type of stuff when they think of buying something for their kid, grandkid, or whatever. Until next time.